This episode of the Golf Gaming Podcast on the Sports Gaming Podcast Network is presented to you by Game Time. Snag the tickets without the stress. Use promo code SGPN on your first purchase to save $20. Download the Game Time app and use promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog has added Pick'em Scorchers where you can win 100 times your money. That's right. Turn $5 into 500 in one game. Plus, every Sunday, they're giving away $100K. Use promo code SGPN at Underdog Fantasy for a 100% deposit bonus up to $100. And finally, we're brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today. All right, DJs, welcome back. It's NFL Week 5. Best bets and prediction shows. It's your boy, Boston Capper, with the God of Golf himself, Steve Schirmer. Steve, licking our wounds from last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are. We're gonna have a little debate about who has the worst Jones quarterback, you or me.
Yeah. I mean, I would still say you, just based on longevity of his suckiness. Like Mac had one good year. I could throw last year on Doofus Judge and Bluto, taking over the offense. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Jury's out. I mean, at least the guy, but I don't think he's that bad that I saw on Sunday.
I mean, at least yours hasn't had his next contract picked up like mine has.
Yeah, man, and that's crazy. Like, I mean, I don't know what you guys got to draft somebody else and then cut him in 2 years. That's it.
It's going to have to be that, or they just eat $30 million in dead cap next year.
Yeah,
I think if they release him, because I was actually playing around and looking at it, I said, "What's going to happen if they release him?" Because we're at that point with old Danny 10-cent piece right now. So if we cut him next year, I think it's either if it's before June 1st, it is a $60 million dead cap hit, which is detrimental. Although I'm not even sure this team is worth $60 million on the whole right now. Or if we do it after June 1st, it is $30 million dead cap next year, $30 million in 2025, which doesn't seem ideal either. It seems like we're just stuck with him. Yeah, that's really all there is to it.
I mean, 30 mil you can work around. The cap is crap, right? Like anybody can do whatever they want. It's all fake numbers. It's all about real cash dollars that your owner wants to spend, right? That's it. The salary cap is just a shield for owners to be like, oh, it's the salary cap. I can't sign any more players. Meanwhile, they're fucking pocketing the money. That's exactly what the salary cap is for. It's a shield for the fucking owners. Every team can go out and sign however many players they want. It's all bullshit. They structure it, upfront money, back end money, annuitize this and that, fucking whatever. Like they make it, it's a shell game. It's like 3-card money on fucking Canal Street when we were kids.
I can tell you're a fan of the Harris Fantasy Football Podcast because he has the exact same spiel on that show, like literally verbatim.
Really? So I haven't listened to Chris Harris since he left ESPN. I like him. He's quirky. I follow him on Twitter, but I haven't listened to his podcast.
So he's quirky.
Yeah.
The show, I like his analysis. The show has a lot of inside jokes now that get a little bit in the way of the analysis, and he really just bludgeons a dead horse with his jokes and all this stuff sometimes. But I mean, it's one of the 3 fantasy football podcasts I actually listen to every week. His CBS Fantasy Sports Show, that's more mainstream, but it's kind of more tolerable. And then Football Guys, that's the one I listen to as well.
So you talk about with Jamie and Adam and yeah, that's the one. That's the only one I listen to because I think it's funny. I like he cracks me up. He's a prick.
Yep.
I like Jamie. That's the only fantasy other than the one on the network, obviously. The one that I listen to. So I'll have to check out Chris Harris. I like his shit and I follow him on Twitter. And if he feels like I do about the salary cap, then yeah, he's a New England guy too. I think
he is. He lives out in LA now. But yes, I think he would agree with a lot of things he says. So right up your alley for sure.
All right.
Yeah. And he's a Patriot. And he's a Patriots fan who just doesn't really like the team right now. So there you go. It's basically just Harris fans. It's just literally Harris Fantasy Football Podcast. It's almost as just vanilla and basic as the Golf Gambling Podcast.
Hey man, helps SEO. What are you gonna do?
It does. It definitely does. So all right. Well, we got a game tonight.
Yep.
Did you see the late breaking news? By the way.
Yeah, it makes me really hate my fucking Washington -6.
Well, all right. So for those who don't know, I mean, you're going to know by the time you listen to this tomorrow morning. It's Dick Butkus died.
Yeah.
Legendary Bears player. The problem is though, did he die too soon to kickoff where it's actually going to matter?
I don't know.
Are you getting
Maybe.
uncomfortable with? Are you getting uncomfortable with that speculation?
No, I just was thinking about it. I was like, I don't know, actually. No, I mean, I feel like it would almost make it more, right? Like the coach can go in, but this coach doesn't seem like, I don't know, man. And these young generation, like, I mean, I'm fucking 40 and I don't think I saw him play. If I did, I was a fucking kid. You know what I mean? Like these kids today that fucking 20 years younger than I am, like, unless they're like a historian of the game, they don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
did he make a cameo on like a TV show in the 90s where he was like maybe a teacher or something?
Yeah.
What was that? Was it Saved? It wasn't Saved by the Bell.
No, it wasn't Saved by the Bell. I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah, he was on TV.
Like my granddad loved him. Like my dad and uncle talked about him. Like he was a monster.
He was for sure. Well, I mean, so you went Commanders -6 then?
Yeah. But I went heavier on the over.
Okay, and the over.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. What's the rationale behind that?
That Bears defense is so bad. It's just so bad that like, look, Howell can score with his legs. McLaurin's healthy. Robinson's a fine running back. He's, whatever, just your jag, right? Just another guy. But listen, I think Justin Fields can score. We'll find out if that fourth quarter fucking broke him last week or not. I just thought the number was a little light. And all these fucking primetime games have been going under. Sooner or later, one of these things is gonna pop off, and both these teams suck balls. So whatever. Give it a whirl.
There you go. The same rationale saying it's been 8 times black. It's got to be red the next time.
That's right, baby. It
is a 50-50 proposition. It literally doesn't matter. I mean, look,
and if you don't think my superstitious ass doesn't play that way when I'm fucking playing roulette, you're out of your mind.
There you go. It seems like with these Thursday night games, either just take the really superior team, or if they're both kind of crap teams, just take the points. I'm just going to take Bears +6. Look, I mean, the Commanders played very valiantly last week against the Eagles. I mean, the Eagles are just kind of primed to get picked off soon, so maybe we'll talk about them in a little bit. But short week for the Commanders. Still don't really trust Sam Howell all that much. Maybe Justin Fields kind of backdoor something. I'll just take the Bears +6.
Yeah, it's fine.
Buckets news, but I mean, honestly, I'm not betting. I'm not betting the game except for I got a couple touchdown props, and I think I got a boost on Justin Field rushing yards over. So, I think it was 48.5, and the Commanders have a really good pass rush. I think he's gonna be running for his life a lot. So he could definitely he could get that one run. So, all right.
Fun.
Yep.
Listen, before we break down the slate, but before we go into our 5 picks, let me talk to you guys about game time. Like I said earlier, or not earlier, but on the last show, holidays are coming up. Everybody's going to be going back home. Nobody has plans. Nobody knows who's going where. You're going to want to go see a game, and Game Time app lets you buy tickets up to the last minute. You can get them flash deals on every sport, comedy, theater, whatever you like. And the Game Time guarantee always gives you the best price. And if you find tickets in the same section for less, Game Time will credit you 110% the difference. Plus, you can see the seats before you buy them, which I always love. And look, it's super easy to get. So snag the tickets without the stress over at Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use promo code SGPN for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code SGPN for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. And Hall of Fame bets. Win bigger by betting smarter this NFL season with Hall of Fame bets, the sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research every NFL, NBA, MLB, and soccer bet with historical stats and data. Enter any parlay idea into Hall of Fame Bet's revolutionary parlay optimizer tool to get hit rates broken down by leg, as well as expected probability for the entire parlay. Sort all players by hit rate for any bet to learn which players are hot and which have value. So stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com and use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month today. Start researching, start winning with Hall of Fame Bets. All right, Steve, who is your? Well, let's flip it up. What's your lock? What is your number?
What's my lock? Oh man, you know what it is? Falcons -1.5. That's my lock. So here's the under.
That is terrible.
That's terrible. That's a terrible pick. I understand it's a terrible pick. Let's not even give them out terrible picks. But look, Texans are a very square underdog this week. A lot of people are on them. I think it was like 70% of the action on a couple of books I saw. Look, they have trouble stopping the run, and like both you and I bet the Jaguars last week to a lot of success. The Jaguars do a really good job stopping the run and basically forcing Ritter to kind of pass at that point. The Texans don't really stop the run very well, so I think actually the Falcons at home can get their run game going. The Atlanta's defense is still decent too, so I think the fact that I got it at 1.5. And the line has moved to 2.5 at this point. And still, most of the tickets are on Houston. I just think it's telling you something. Atlanta at home, they're going to win this game. 1.5 points for Atlanta.
All right. So that's my number 2 pick was Houston. Because I can't back Desmond Ritter. He is terrible. I said it last week. I'll say it again. Like Zach Wilson is better than him now, based off that 1 game performance. I've never seen Desmond Ritter have a game like Zach Wilson did last whatever fucking night it was when Taylor Swift was there. Like, I just can't bet them, and they don't use Bijan correctly. Once again, they feed the ball to Algier so he can get not stuffed behind the line. And CJ Stroud, I think, is a guy, man. Like, the kid looks good. It wasn't all garbage time last week. Nico Collins looks good. Tank Dell is like a little water bug running around out there. Pierce kind of sucks, but whatever. And look, the old man Robert Woods is making catches too. So yeah, I think I like the Texans offense. I hate Desmond Ritter. I think he's fucking awful. And if I'm gonna get points, and I know the public money's on him, but look, it is what it is. And I've been taking the gut and some of the obvious calls this year, and it's been working out. To me, betting on Atlanta is. Ugh, I can't do it.
Now, are you scared that Taylor Heineke is going to make an appearance in the second half?
Yes, I am.
There you go. So, that's also in play this weekend. As soon as you do, you're going to know you are completely fucked at that point, because he is definitely going to lead that team to a more competent offense and put up some points. No, I'm going with I've been kind of going with these, I guess, kind of donkey picks last couple of weeks, like taking big favorites, like that. Like this one, I'm going back to my roots of saying, look, this doesn't look right. The line's moving the other way, even though there's the betting action on the other side. So I'm just going to go with that. I think the Falcons coming back from London, they got embarrassed last week. I think they're going back to their roots, and I think they're going to be able to, do what they want this week. So,
well, we shall see. So my lock is another square pick is what I see. I'm pretty sure this is another giant public dog. Arizona +3.
That's a very
listen, I don't care. Cincinnati is not right. Like, I watched a lot of that game. I had T. Higgins on multiple fantasy teams. Burrow is not healthy. That O-line is not good. Defense isn't nothing to write home about. Mixon can't get anything going behind that offensive line. Basically got Jamar Chase, and that's it, and a hobbled Burrow. And Arizona's been playing, man. Like, I was clowning on that coach with that awful hype video that got released preseason, but these guys want to play, man. These guys are professional athletes. They're, and they're going to want to, they're playing for the next contract, even if it's not for this, right? Dobbs seems like he's not the worst. So yeah, I just think there's something wrong with Burrow. If this team didn't have Cincinnati's name behind it, they wouldn't be laying fucking 3 on the road.
Mm-hmm. No, they probably would. I mean, listen, why do you think I trade for Patrick Mahomes in our league? Joe Burrow as my quarterback. Like, I'm like, I have a really good team except for quarterback, and this guy is going to be selling pretty soon and locking up his ability to trade. I better get Mahomes right now. And look at his schedule the rest of the way. It's pretty easy. Easy. Look, I looked at that game too. Just something smells kind of funny. Like, everybody seems like they're just picking Arizona. Everybody's kind of Cincinnati. I mean, like, what was the look ahead? Like 7 on this game?
Yeah, it's like 6.5. 7.
So, like, I
don't care about that shit. Like, these are some fucking nerds who like thought the season out back in fucking April.
Hey, easy. That's one of my nerds. Okay,
their expected win total is. And guess what? They can't change when they see reality in their face. I know it's a small sample size. Guess what? The NFL as a whole is a fucking small sample size. So, you want to, like, whatever. Like, I don't care. Like, the team is what they are at this point, and I don't know why the books aren't adjusting. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, so we skipped the homer section, but I got a feeling both of our picks, our teams are going to be making an appearance in this 5. So, my number 2 pick. Let's talk about your team.
Okay.
The Patriots.
Yeah.
And it seems like they're playing basically the mirror image of each other. They got a team with a pretty terrible offense, decent defense. I think the difference is that your team just lost 2 best defensive players. That's not great.
No.
And the Saints still, I think, had better weapons than the Patriots, I think, for obvious reasons. It seemed like in practice reports today, Derek Carr did a little more in practice, so maybe he can do a little better than throwing 2-yard screen passes to Alvin Kamara, like Daniel Jones style, pretty much. You never want to go full Daniel Jones, and that's what Derek Carr did last week. So I'm going to take Saints +1. I'm just going to take the team that didn't lose their best 2 defensive players. And honestly, like you could say, like, yeah, Dennis Allen stinks as a coach, but I think you can speak to this. Is Belichick any better at this point?
All right. So this was my number 5. And you know how I feel about this team. I'm on the Patriots.
Man, we're opposite this week.
Yeah. And so I'm on the Pats. It's you can get it +1, I think, at DraftKings, but I got it even. It's look, as bad as Belichick has been, his GM hat is way worse than his coaching hat. The pile of shit that is on my team, like other than the Dallas blowout, we played Philly tight, we played everybody tight. Regretfully, we played the Jets tight, but the Jets have a solid defense. Our offense sucks balls, but I would rather have Mac Jones than Derek Carr. I have never liked Derek Carr. He sucks a lot. Like I don't know. Devontae Adams is now gimpy. I don't know why I said Derek Carr. I meant Jimmy Garoppolo. But I don't like Derek Carr either. No. But I never liked Jimmy G. Like I was never one of the Jimmy G guys in New England. Like I was fine when he fucking left. He's fragile. He's made of glass. Like he's supposedly going to clear the concussion protocol. I don't really care.
Wait, hold on. Right. You just we're talking about Saints Patriots. You just transitioned to Raiders and Packers.
Oh, what am I doing?
Yeah, what are you? Are you having a stroke right now?
I don't know, man. I was like, wait a minute. I think I was talking about the wrong one. Yeah. So Derek Carr. Yes. Let's go back to Carr. Because the Raiders are on my card too, so I think I'm confusing lots of shit. People have moved teams, man. It's a senior moment. But yeah, Derek Carr is bad. Like I don't know, Chris Olave, he's good, but I don't know. They didn't really get him the ball, and the thing that does scare me is Kamara caught 13 passes last week.
Well, yeah, it's because Derek Carr couldn't throw between here and the wall.
Well, what scares me about it is that those dump offs can turn into something like against my team. We don't have a lot of speed, right? So Kamara scares me a little bit, but I just think Carr is so bad that injury or not, and we're at home. I mean, Bill's got to be feeling it. Like the heat is up to 1,000 degrees in New England right now. Everybody's screaming about Belichick to fucking lose his job in season. Never mind waiting to the end. Look, at the beginning of the year, I thought they'd start 1-3. I called them 5-12. 6-11, whatever. I just pegged this as one of the games we're going to win. Dennis Allen blows. Derek Carr blows. Chris Olave is good. So is Alvin Kamara. But I'm gonna take the Pats at home.
I appreciate you giving positive vibes to Chris Olave, considering I spent some money on him in our Guillotine League. So
you're welcome,
I appreciate that. A nice discount, by the way. I was very happy with that.
It was a nice discount.
Well, I was very surprised. It was a Christmas gift under the tree that I didn't know was coming. So
Cup was a better deal, especially if he's coming back this week.
Oh my God, that knock on wood, he doesn't blow out that hamstring. But yeah, like if Cup comes back healthy, $110 for the number 5 receiver, basically, who's going to take Puka Nakua's job when he comes back. So. All right. Why don't we take our ad break and then we'll finish this out.
All right. Listen, Underdog Fantasy's got a way for you to play alongside your favorite football team all season long. Underdog has just introduced the Scorchers. Go 5 for 5 in a pick'em Scorchers and enjoy a spicy 100 times your money payout. Underdog is matching 100% of your first deposit up to $100. $100,000 Sundays continue at Underdog Fantasy. 10 lucky players will win $10K each. So watch along, make your picks, and maybe even make a little cash over on Underdog's mobile app or website, underdogfantasy.com. When you sign up with promo code SGPN, Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN.
Okay. All right. Why don't you talk about the Raiders and then transition to a time warp where you talk about Jake Plummer somehow?
Well, Jesus. So they were the last ones off my card, so they're not on there. I bet it, but it's not on my card.
Okay. All right. Well, who's next one on your card then?
So who do I got? I went Arizona, Houston, Pats at 4. So I was torn on this one. So for my third, I'm gonna lay the 3.5 with San Francisco against Dallas. I just think San Francisco is really good. That hook should scare people off. I don't know what the money splits are right now. That's what I'm hoping it's doing. I don't know if the public's all over them. They should be. I just don't think that Dallas team can hang with San Fran, man. Micah was nicked up against us last week. Our offense is not the Kyle Shanahan offense. I don't think they're going to be able to do what they did to us. Their defense is ridiculous. Ayuk is healthy. Debo fucking limited to practice again today. But I don't think it really matters with that team. They got McCaffrey, obviously, who just unbelievable. Like, what a fucking trade. I at least was like, why the fuck did they give up so much for a running back when Shanahan's supposed to be able to throw any bum and make them good, which he typically did. Well, I guess when you put the best running back in that system, it is ridiculous. Like, he is so good. Yeah, I just don't see. Plus, it's fucking Dallas. Dak getting fucking murderized by that defense. I could see him just shitting all over himself, fumbling the ball. Tony Pollard's not big enough I just don't think. I think it's going to be a bloodbath. Actually, I think I bet this alt line almost probably up to like 9.
Yeah, I mean, I that was the last one off my card, so I think I had the same sentiments as you in the fact that just look like Dallas has beaten the brains out of what
Shit team.
England and Giants, who are a shit team.
Shit
Who they beat week 2? It was a crap team.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you.
No, they lost to Arizona in week fucking 2.
No, they lost Arizona week 3.
Okay.
Yeah, they beat the brains out. Oh, the Jets. They beat the crap out of the Jets in week 2.
When did you guys get smoked by them?
Week 1.
Oh, it was week 1. That's right. I had the Jets.
Literally ruined the season right out of the gates for me. So, but and then the flip side of the coin, listen, they haven't played anybody yet.
Yeah.
San Francisco owns them. I think that what concerned me though is the fact that I saw what you saw. A lot of people were just on Niners. I think for that exact same rationale. B, the Cowboys seem like their offensive line's finally getting healthy.
Yeah.
So then maybe that's the difference maker for this, and the fact that it's stubbornly on 3.5. I think that caused me to kind of stay away at that point. So
yeah, and I get it, but like whatever. Like I said, I'm trying not to overthink it. I'm going with what I've been doing. I've been doing well with football this year. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't overthink shit.
Okay. All right. So my number 3 pick, I may mention the Eagles are just primed to get picked off at some point. I'm going to take the Rams plus 4.5. I think they're playing pretty good. They're going to get Cooper Kupp back. I like the receivers. I like how Sean McVay is running this offense right now. And I think we kind of alluded to it that like Arizona looks really good. With their defensive coordinator down there. The Colts are doing some stuff with their offensive coordinator, their old offensive coordinator there. They just don't look quite as sharp. And I think the Rams are decent. So I'll take the Rams plus 4.5 at home. Close game. I don't know if they're going to actually get it done, but I'll take the points there.
Yeah, they're very fucking scrappy, and nobody gave them any chance. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's them and Tampa who are like surprising people this year. Like the scrappy team going to be in it. Yeah, I like it, especially getting cut back too. Like especially if he comes back.
Yeah, that's going to be definitely very dangerous. I think I'll do another one since you're on your last one. This is ugly. You're going to judge me. You're going to say it's another terrible pick.
All right.
Everyone is all over the Jets this week because of one mediocre, average performance in essentially the Jets Super Bowl because it was the Swift Bowl. And I think they came out kind of just pissed off at this point that all the hoopla is on that. Like, I think I saw an article, I think from Aaron Schatz of all the DVOA stuff is on FTN right now, by the way. It's no longer on Football Outsiders. But anyways, they're talking about, I think the Broncos are like literally the worst defense like ever.
Yeah, they sucked.
Yeah, they do.
Terrible. I knew they were going to suck.
But I mean, look, if there's any guy that can make a defense look good other than Daniel Jones and the New York Giants offensive line, it's Zach Wilson. I understand that. I think the popular sentiment is, Sean Payton called out Nathaniel Hackett. I even saw it today, a headline, they're going to play for Nathaniel Hackett today. Well, they're also on the flip side of that coin is the Broncos are probably pissed off at Nathaniel Hackett too. They probably want to beat their brains in. So I'm just going to take the Broncos -2. Everyone's on the Jets, and I'm just going to go the other way and hold my nose.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. So, like, I initially, my feelings on like, I think the Raiders are better than the public thinks. I think I was on the Broncos blowing preseason. So, I mean, listen, I hate the Broncos. I was looking at the Jets, but everybody's on the Jets, and it's still Zach Wilson. You don't have to bet every game. I'm good. I'm just gonna stay away from it. Yeah, I'm good. I think Russell Wilson's washed and Sean Payton's fucking overrated. I really wish the Bears fucking beat him last week. Like him being going 0-4 after his peacocking, after winning one fucking Super Bowl because of an onside kick. Get the fuck out of here. I hate Sean Payton. He's a prick.
Wow. What did he ever do? What did he do to you?
Nothing. I don't know. I've never really liked him.
You don't like Bountygate? You don't like that?
I kind of like that. That was okay.
There you go. See, you know what? It's like you turn the corner of Rory McIlroy. Maybe you'll turn the corner of Sean Payton once you go into Bountygate and all that happens. So.
I don't know.
All right. All right. What's your?
If I can flip on Rory, I can flip on anybody.
There you go. All right. What's your last pick of the week?
So it was between two games. I'm sorry, buddy. I just don't know how New York can keep up with Miami. The number keeps growing. I got it at 9.5. I redipped at 10.5. I think it's up to 11 or 11.5 at this point.
It's actually
this number's good.
It's actually up to 12.
Yeah. So
yeah,
dude, this number's good to 14. That offensive line, I feel bad for Jones. I know it's on Jones, but a lot of it is. But Jesus Christ, the kid had no time to throw, like literally none. Like, yeah, he's lucky he didn't die in that game. Like that was insane. And look, I don't think, I mean, I just don't. Miami's defense isn't there, but Miami's offense is, and I don't. That defense of yours doesn't impress me. That offensive line is fucking terrible. Yeah, man, I don't think you can make the number big enough for me not to just eat the fucking chalk and bet against the Giants.
Listen, I get it. It is a lot of points for a team with a really bad defense. The problem is, though, they only got 3 points against a team with its equally bad of a defense in the Seahawks. They stink on defense, and they couldn't do anything last week. So something funny happened with the line today. It was at 11, went down to 10.5, and now it's all the way back up to 12.
Somebody hammered it.
Somebody hammered that. I think you're on the right track with it in the fact that, look, everyone wants to talk about the offense right now. The defense played a little better last week, but that secondary is still atrocious. We're still starting 2 rookies. We got Dory Jackson in the slot. Like, I still remember the Arizona game, the San Francisco game, just receivers just running free all over the field. Like, and like, it just, when you're thinking about it, like, essentially, it's minus 12 is essentially a 2-score game. I don't even have confidence the Giants are going to score more than twice, and I think the Dolphins are going to score at least every other possession. So it's just simple math at that point. And yeah, it's probably just Dolphins minus 12. Like, this is getting really, really, really ugly in New York.
They call it for Dayball now.
I don't think I think it's led by a lot of people, the Daniel Jones truthers, who don't like that Dayball got in his face and called him out for a terrible rookie-like pass. Awful pick. And that is shit that should have been cleaned up 2-3 years ago that he was doing. And it still happened now. And like, even when he has time, it's still a 2-yard check down. It doesn't matter what the play is. Doesn't matter what the protection is. He refuses to look downfield. Like, and it was even the same in the second half of the Arizona game. Everything was horizontal. Everything was to the sticks. All of that shit. He doesn't throw downfield. We can't win with this guy. It is fucking infuriating to me. By the way, I was supposed to go to the Miami game. I was going to use the Game Time apps in order to get tickets. I'm actually no longer going now, so that's too bad.
Oh,
yeah. Right. So my dad's hip is bad. He drove from the Finger Lakes down. He just can't make the drive over to Miami. So yeah. So rain check another time. It's fine. I've been to enough Eagles Giants game and seen them get their brains beat in.
You don't need
I don't think I need to see it. Although, you know what? I mean, if I saw Jake Fromm start a game for the Giants at the link, this probably would have been a piece of cake. So at least I could have root for Tyreek Hill. I got my fantasy team. So that'd been
there you go. There you go.
Silver linings, brother. I have no problems with that pick. All right. So my last pick of the week, this is also going to depend on the injury report because I don't really love what I saw out of Indianapolis today. 3 of their defensive linemen were on the injury report. But if they play, though, look, I mean, like, we hammered the Titans last week. I just think this team's going to kind of yo-yo all year long. They still have pass protection problems. At least with the Colts, they have a really good pass rush. I still believe that they showed some mettle last week and some toughness by coming back in that game.
I think it was overtime.
Yeah, and they're getting 2.5 points against a team I don't think is very good with some quarterback issues. So I'll just take that, assuming they have a positive injury report. if like Quiddy Pay plays, if a couple of their defensive linemen plays, I feel much.
Taylor's supposed to be back too.
So I don't know about that. Like they've been kind of weird about it. So we'll see.
I saw a quote from him today. It feels good to be healthy again, is what he said.
It is. I think it feels good to be healthy in here.
Yeah.
Like healthy here or something. Like he wants to go somewhere else. Like something is still going on there. Even if he doesn't play, I think Zach Moss is still perfully capable backup. He's fine. Anthony Richardson, as long as he can get concussed, I think he can still move the ball. So yeah, I'll just take the points. Colts plus 2.5. Hope for a good injury report there.
Love it. Yep.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, so we're on a couple opposite sides this week, but see how that goes.
We will.
So that's what it is.
All right. You got anything else?
Nah, I got nothing, man. Fucking Chesson Hadley is a first round leader. Golf.
Yeah, all my outrights are dead. Basically, I'm doing positions at this point. So not great.
Fun. So fun. Love the fall swing. Anyway, we'll be back Tuesday.
Yes. We have the Shriners next week with Lexi Thompson's in the field.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, we got to talk about that. That's gonna be cool. I can't wait for Twitter. Oh, it's gonna be.
I'm glad I'm not on there for Twitter. So I actually was hearing though that one of the guys said on PG Tour Live that he was concerned about the timing of Lexi Thompson playing. I was like, this could be really bad. Like, is he gonna go to bat for like Carl Pedersen right now, like trying to get his FedEx Cup card? And instead, it was apparently the Solheim Cup. She had the chipping yips. And he was concerned about how that could really be bad. The Shriners, which actually there's a lot of short grass there.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm just here. I'm just not here for guys who look like me being like, I could fucking play golf and beat a woman. I'm like, you couldn't beat this girl, man. Like, fucking relax.
No, you can. And honestly, the PGA Tour could use any sort of good publicity at this point. So
anything. Because JT whining like a bitch today. Did you see that?
I saw the Alan Shipnuck thing.
What a pussy. I want all the journalists to make golf sound nice. Yeah. And Brooks called him a country club pussy. I fucking love it. Fuck JT.
Wait, did he do that or did I do? All right, whatever. We'll talk about it on Tuesday.
Yeah. We'll talk about it on Tuesday.
All right.
We'll get more info.
Okay.
All right. Talk to everybody on Tuesday.